Kamala Harris and her campaign just completely outsmarted Donald Trump and his campaign with this amazing move they made today. The Harris campaign is so good at putting Donald Trump in these very uncomfortable corners that he just can't seem to get out of, and that's what they did today. So we're going to talk about this and more, but let's just dive right in. So what I'm referencing when I say that the Harris campaign has outsmarted Donald Trump is on your screen right now. Today, CNN has announced that Vice President Kamala Harris accepted their invitation for a presidential debate to take place on October 23rd. The reporting initially came from Caitlin Collins, and Kamala Harris's Twitter account, the campaign account, posted, "I will gladly accept a second presidential debate on October 23rd. I hope Donald Trump will join me." She's calling out Donald Trump directly in her acceptance of this debate. Now, this is a great move by the Harris campaign for a number of reasons. Number one, Kamala Harris destroyed Donald Trump in the first debate. It wasn't even close. She wiped the floor with him. But number two, Donald Trump has already said that he won't debate Kamala Harris again. Now, he gave these really weird, ridiculous reasons that, of course, we know aren't true. He's just kind of making it up to justify it. But he's already said that. So it's a lose-lose situation for Donald Trump here, and the Kamala Harris campaign knows that. Either one, Donald Trump accepts the debate invitation, then he gets up on that stage and he makes a fool of himself for the second time in front of tens of millions of Americans who are casting their ballots soon, or he rejects the CNN offer, he doesn't debate, and he looks like a coward. And I believe that the Kamala Harris campaign and Kamala Harris herself are going to accept the invitation and go through with it, whether Donald Trump shows up or not. So she will be on that stage, and there will be an empty podium across from her if Donald Trump rejects the offer. Now, Trump had a rally in North Carolina today, and this was in the news, so he addressed this. He addressed Kamala Harris's acceptance of the CNN offer, and his rambling, his ranting here is just obviously incoherent nonsense, but just take a look at the reason that he's giving for rejecting the CNN offer. Also, he looks a little fuzzy in this video, as you can see. It's because he's behind bulletproof glass at one of these outdoor rallies. So if you were wondering, that's why. But anyway, let's take a look at what Donald Trump had to say.
That's not what you want. That's not what you want. Kamala and her group have seen what's happening to their campaign, and it's not going well for them.
What?
And they would like, just announced a little while ago as I was coming off the plane, they would like to do another debate. Although...
See, isn't it funny how his own crowd are saying, no, they're booing that suggestion. Even they know that Donald Trump lost the last debate. It went so badly for him that his own supporters are like, no, please don't do that. Please don't get on that debate stage. Anyway, I didn't mean to cut it off. Let's continue.
Good entertainment value. A lot of people say, do it, it's great entertainment. I've already done two. One with Crooked Joe Biden at CNN, and the other one with Kamala on ABC. CNN was very fair, I thought. Joe was driven out of the race. It was a coup, by the way, but he was driven out of the race. And they've been widely criticized by the radical left lunatics for all of the fairness. They were very fair. In other words, they won't be fair again because they took a lot of abuse from the radical left. ABC was 3-on-1. But I was given credit for having done a very, very good job. I appreciate that. We did a great job. It was 3-on-1.
What?
The problem with another debate is that it's just too late. Voting has already started. She's had her chance to do it with Fox. You know, Fox invited us on, and I waited, and they turned it down. But now she wants to do a debate right before the election with CNN because she's losing badly. You know, it's like a fighter. She sees the pulse. She sees what's happening. She's losing badly. But it's like a fighter who goes into the ring and gets knocked out. The first thing he says is, I want a rematch. I want a rematch.
Okay. That's enough. That's enough. We don't need to hear his voice anymore. I promise. That's enough. So, of course, as I mentioned, even before we looked at the video, utter nonsense. Nonsense. He's saying, oh, Kamala Harris's campaign is failing. She's losing. That's why she wants another debate. No. She wants another debate because she humiliated Donald Trump. Every single major poll out there from both the Republican side and the Democratic side have found that Kamala Harris won the debate. But the main point I want to talk about here is his justification for rejecting CNN's latest offer for an October 23rd debate. He's saying the voting has already started. Early voting has started in some states. The voting has already started, which means it's too late. Can't do it. Can't debate. And I just find that interesting because as the Kamala HQ campaign account pointed out on Twitter today, the final debate in 2020 for their presidential election was October 22nd. Donald Trump participated in that debate. He was running in that election, as we all know. This proposed CNN debate is October 23rd. So for Donald Trump in 2020, the debate wasn't too late at all. He was perfectly fine. He'll debate. But now in 2024, when he got destroyed by Kamala Harris, now it's too late. Now the voting has already started. He is a hypocrite. And this is the box that Donald Trump has been put in and the tough position he's been put in that we're talking about here that Kamala Harris has him in right now. You know, getting exposed for stuff like this, saying, hey, buddy, you're a total hypocrite. You did this in 2020 and you're just denying a debate because you got destroyed looks incredibly weak on behalf of the Trump campaign. And nobody wants a weak president. Nobody wants somebody who's too scared to get on a debate stage to be president of the United States. But that's Donald Trump. And I think your independent voters out there who are evaluating the election right now will see that. Say like, wow, you know, Kamala Harris is actually willing to have these very important conversations in front of every single American out there. Donald Trump is unwilling to do so. And it's also incredibly embarrassing, just generally how Donald Trump recognizes he lost so badly that he won't do another debate. But then, of course, the inverse of that is if he accepts the debate proposal, it goes terribly for him. So this is the nice little corner that Harris has Donald Trump in right now that he just can't really wiggle out of. Like, of course, at his rally in North Carolina, his supporters will clap, his justification saying, oh, of course, that makes sense. But for anybody else out there, any other rational American, we're looking at this like, yeah, you're scared. This guy is terrified. And this is not the first time that the Harris campaign has kind of boxed Donald Trump in. They did it with the last debate as well, with the ABC debate. Kamala Harris was saying, I'm going to be there whether Donald Trump is or not. And he eventually caved under the pressure and said, okay, we'll debate. And we all know how that went. Now we'll have to see. Will he cave under the pressure and debate and get humiliated again? Maybe. But I think it's incredibly likely that he doesn't show up. He just doesn't debate again before the presidential election. And Kamala Harris stands there at CNN with an empty podium across from her and pointing and saying, I'm here, he's not. However way this goes, whatever way it goes, Donald Trump loses. Donald Trump looks bad. And I love this for the Harris campaign. So anyway, I just wanted to bring this to your attention. I think it's so funny what the Kamala Harris campaign is doing to Donald Trump right now. It's amazing tactics, amazing work. So I'll leave the video there. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you being here. Make sure to subscribe down below. It goes an incredibly long way. I really appreciate it. It helps a lot. Also, drop a like on the video if you did enjoy and comment. Let me know what you think about all of this. I'm excited to hear from you. And as I always say, I greatly appreciate you, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day.